Right, I can't. I don't know. I'm having a bit of a mind block, I suppose. Um, been doing this writing and analysing songs, and I've been doing Bob Dylan, and I bought a few books, and now I'm just trying to get my act together. I've been on the forums for the Robbie Williams website, um, and doing things on there. And the latest kind of thread that I've contributed to is about the Radio Times interview, and just reading people's kind of opinions and stuff. I'm just kind of, I don't know. Um, I don't really read Robbie Williams interviews anymore. I seem to keep talking about Robbie Williams every bloody time I do a video. Anyway, um, but it's made me think about what type of music I actually like. Um, I was going through my iPod and I have got some shit on it at the moment. Um, but it's actually stuff that I really like, but I'm just getting completely fed up at the moment. Alright, I've got a bit of Bob Dylan on there for my writing purposes. I downloaded the whole Take That discography. Uh, when I listened back to it, actually, my favourite album is Take That and Party. I think it because it takes me back to being a wee girl when I was 5. So I know somebody had asked me what type of music I liked, and what my musical tastes were. Um, so when I was a wee girl, uh, my dad likes Elvis and Engelbert Humperdinck and Connie Francis and um, like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, all that kind of stuff. So I was brought up in that side of it. My mum liked Roxy Music, and then I remember being a wee bit older and she was right into Bette Midler, who's still very popular today and has a show in Las Vegas. Um, but she liked the whole ballad stuff. Like my mum and dad's song was Jennifer Rush, The Power of Love, and I cannot stand that song. The Celine Dion version and also the Jennifer Rush version. I can't stand both of them. So no, I can't listen to that. But I remember being up at my grand's, and a lot of influence around that time was 60s music, um, like the song Everlasting Love. I'll put links in the box at the side to like different songs, but one of them was like Everlasting Love. My grandpa was a huge big fan of Roy Orbison, and I absolutely adore Roy Orbison. I just think he had the most brilliant voice, and even Elvis said that he thinks he had the voice of God, which is probably true. Um, who else? Jim Reeves. I mean, I'm 25, and Jim Reeves, I don't know how many years he's been dead, but a lot of people my age have probably never heard of Jim Reeves. Um, but like the song "Put Your Sweet Lips a Little Closer to the Phone," that just puts a big lump in my throat. I remember my dad singing Tom Jones in the bathroom as he was getting ready to go out. Um, or Engelbert Humperdinck, Please Release Me. That was always a favourite. He used to, that was his kind of thing. And my mum used to sing in the kitchen when she was like cooking dinner or whatever, or doing the dishes. So we always had music about. And then when I I don't know. I used to go through like my mum and dad's tape collections. In fact, I remember that they had an original version of Michael Jackson's Thriller, and I was a wee shit when I was younger, and I got some mascara and painted over Michael Jackson on the cover of the record. Don't know whether I was maybe trying to keep him black, who knows? But I'd put mascara on the vinyl, on the cover of it. So around that, um, the daft things like that. Like they had One of the tapes was Neil Sedaka, Happy Birthday Sweet 16 and Calendar Girl, I never really knew any of his older stuff, but I did watch a documentary not long ago on him. And he was a really, really good songwriter, still is, probably, if he still does stuff. Another tape was Fleetwood Mac. I really liked Fleetwood Mac and the Eagles. So when I went to bed at night time, they used to put that on for me and I would go to sleep. Queen was a big influence as well, but another big influence, I wouldn't say influence, it was just somebody I really, really liked at the time. Like, my wee cousin was a huge big Elvis fan, and she'd say she wanted to marry him, but she was too young to know that he was dead, so that was pretty pointless. Um, but I really liked a singer called Cliff Richard, and I still get slagged for this today. Um, Cliff Richard, if you don't know, is a British artist who released his first song, Move It, in 1958. It's got a really distinctive riff on it. It's dead catchy. And there's other songs I like there's Devil Woman, there's Wired for Sound, which funnily enough that um my boyfriend still kinda has a thing for when I mention Wired for Sound, and he secretly likes that song, all because his mum listened to it. Um, but he was a big thing. I used to get Cliff Richard calendars and all that kind of stuff, and oh god, I mean, there's an Irish singer called Daniel O'Donnell, and I went to see him, I think when I was 7, and he touched my hand, and I thought it was great. But I at that point, from 5 onwards, I liked Take That, because Take That were about, and it was Gary Barlow, Mark Owen, Howard Donald, Jason Orange, and Robbie Williams. And they had brought out songs, and it's like 8 number ones in a row, and they were just like, the 4 walls in my bedroom were totally covered, even the ceiling. If I could have had pictures on the floor, it would have been covered in Take That posters. So I'll put a link to a Take That song there as well. But I absolutely adored them. But then as I got older, I still listened to old stuff as well. Um, but I don't really think I knew my own mind in music, probably maybe when I was about, say about 14, 15. And I don't think younger kids appreciate music for what it is. But everybody's always said to me I've got an old head on young shoulders. Um, but I think I really started appreciating it at that age. Um, and I got into things like The Who and the Beatles and Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, and I liked Joy Division. I was a big fan of Nirvana when I was too young to like Nirvana. Um, and that was kind of weird, because my mum and dad would sit there and go, where the hell did you hear this? And um, I was always kind of weird, and I was into the whole grunge thing, and it was all kind of peculiar. But then I started going to gigs and really listening to the songs. I mean, I was right into Alanis Morissette at one point, and I liked Oasis. I don't like Oasis now, but I liked them. And my pals were still liking Take That and Boyzone um, and all that kind of stuff. But it's a bit of a strange one. Uh, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to do another video to talk about what I like now. So I'll finish up this one, but that was a wee background into what I used to like, and I'll follow it up. So I'll see you in a minute.